Let's go back to Oliver Sloup. He's with Blue Line Futures. And as we watch our cattle market activity here this morning, we return to the big board. And we are still seeing weakness, even though the corn market came off of its highs. We have the June live cattle now trading $1.50 lower at 115.07. Well, that's within a dime of our low of the day now, and about $1.80 off our earlier high of the day. August down $1.10 at 117.52. So quite a bit of weakness here, led by the nearby contracts on the way down. On the feeder cattle market, we're just flat out lower all across the board. We have May now down $1.55. We're at 132.05. August down 125 now, and September down 152. So fairly consistent all across the board, over $1 weaker. In the lean hog trade, here you have May 15 cents higher, but you have that active June contract gaining $1.90. We're now at 111.62, but it's about $1.50 off of our earlier high already. So it has given back a lot of ground as well. Remember, we're in expanded limits on lean hogs right now. So on the cattle market, everything getting kind of weak in the knees as we get deeper into the trading session here, Oliver. That applies not only to the grain, but also the livestock trade. What is it weighing here on the cattle?
Absolutely, and live cattle came out of the gate, struggled a little bit, found their footing, and tried to get out above the top end of last week's range, but really wasn't able to, and so you're seeing some sellers step in, and now we're bottom end of last week's range. And if you look back last week, a lot of what we did was just consolidation. This 115 mark that we're kind of floundering around right now is going to be very pivotal going forward. This is previous resistance and the breakout point back in the middle of January. If that gives way, there's really not a whole lot of technical support until you get down to 110, 112. The cash market obviously going to be very important. We haven't really seen a whole lot of action either way there. 118 to 120 is where the bulk came in last week, which is kind of steady. So without any new real fundamental backdrop on that end, we're watching money flow very closely. Friday's commitment to traders report showed that funds sold about 16,000 contracts, reducing their net long position to just about 51,000 contracts, which is relatively neutral. But if we do break down below this 115, I wouldn't be surprised to see some additional long liquidation from the funds and potentially take us back to that 110, 112 area.
All right, all kinds of stuff going on. The U.S. dollar index value this morning, it is currently down 370 points. Just wanted to make sure we brought that up. June futures now below 91 at 90.900. Also on the crude oil trade for your West Texas Intermediate, June futures $1.04 higher. We're at 64.62 per barrel so far this morning, almost on the high of the day. Oliver, thank you for the time there, sir. Appreciate it. Oliver Sloup of Blue Line Futures with us here this morning. Janet, back to you.